This is Jay, and I'm the founder at Airbtics. In today's webinar, I want to explain how you can use our product to make a better decision on starting your Airbnb business. So the first step of the market research is starting which market. So typically, you'll be either already have decided one specific market to go after because it has a good appreciations or there must be some reasons, or you're open for various markets. But in either cases, it's worth for you to just quickly take a look on the any nearby or interesting markets in your country to quickly go through their average statistics. So in our market compare tool, you can simply enter up to 20 market names. Once you put the market names and click compare, you'll be seeing the key market performance metrics in a table view. So it'll show you the occupancy rate, which means how many percentage of nights are booked for a typical Airbnb listing in this market, how much the host charges on average, what was the average revenue, how many listings are there in this market, and this property price is something that you can put. I just put something as an example, and then you can compare the yields and you can get more granular data about the market. You can also see the year-over-year changes. This will help you to understand, is this market getting saturated or getting undervalued. You can also see the regulations, if the market has strict regulations or lenient regulations. So this one, we use the data basically from how many percentage of listings have license information put on. So when most of the listings have license information, we consider to be strict. If most of the listings don't have license information, then we consider lenient. You can even analyze how many percentage of listings have pull in a market. So you can also see different metrics in this bar graph, and you can also export as well. Then you can get the data in Excel format. You can also compare these markets with a different filter, different number of bedrooms. So this is how you can compare the market. Very simple. But let's say you are unable to find the market that you want. What you can do is you can create a custom market. This is the unique feature at Airbtics. So you can click draw custom market here, and you can just zoom into any specific area and you can draw a market like this, and you can put the name here later, and this will create a custom market for you. So so you can just create a market name here and you can set your own market. This will create a dashboard, and later you can go back to the market compare and compare these key statistics here. This is how you can create a custom market. But let's say using the market compare feature, now you have a clear idea on which market you want to analyze further, and then you can go to our map of a specific market. You'll see a heat map that looks like this. So any area with dark red, the dark color, means high number of listings. So this can show you what are the hotspots in Airbnb. You can even see the color by the occupancy rate or ADR or RevPAR, which means expected revenue per day for a listing. So this will help you to narrow down to a specific street or specific block. So this area seems like there's a lot of Airbnbs with high occupancy rate. So you can zoom into a specific area here, and then you can see what kind of listings are there in this map area. So if you zoom into a specific area, so in this street you can see there is this Airbnb with 4 bedrooms with 80% occupancy rate and 71%, 79%. So you can see the data like this. You can change this view to a cluster view, and this will show you how the occupancy rate is different. What you can also do is you can save like neighborhood names, neighborhood 1. You can save the different neighborhoods, and later you can click this one and see the statistics of different neighborhoods and export into the CSV format. And if you want to verify the data of this area, this street, you can hover your mouse over any of the listing and you can see the data here. You can see, is it on Airbnb and booking.com? What is the last 12 months occupancy rate? How much they made last year? How much they charge per each of the night? What was the occupancy rate? How does the seasonality look like for this listing? Using this heat map and cluster features, you can find out different occupancy rate and different Airbnb demand and supply of exact street, exact blocks, and different locations within a market. So the next thing that you may want to know is what property type is doing well, ideal number of bedrooms, what kind of amenities are doing well, what are the under demand or over demand interesting property types that you can consider starting an Airbnb business. So you need to head over to the dashboard, and as you scroll down you can see the revenue, occupancy rate, daily rate by different number of the bedrooms here. So this will help you to understand how does the revenue different per number of the bedrooms, and you can see what are the amenities that on most demand. So in case of Bali, beachfront is the most demanding amenities, followed by pool, followed by views, and followed by dryer and kitchen, which seems to represent people who are looking to stay long term. You can also see what are the distribution of the listing size. So there are a lot of the small rooms. There's only 1,166 plus bedrooms. You can see like 95%, 99% of the listings have Wi-Fi, but only 5% of the listings have gym. You can see the cleaning fees, extra guest fees. You can see how the occupancy rate looked like in entire Bali in each of the days in the last 10-month history. You can also see how long the guests are staying here. So depending on this, it looks like it's increasing. This might mean that you may want to add dryer, washer, so that you can entertain the long-term guests or mid-term bookings. You can also see the distribution of the guests. Where are the guests are coming from? You can also see which cities are they coming from, which countries, what language are they speaking, and finally you can also see the data of the host. What are the top Airbnb management companies? How many listings are they managing in Bali? What's the rating and what's the revenue? What's the occupancy rate, daily rate, and more. How you can narrow down your market research process. But here is another handy feature, you to do a quick analysis on any area. So you can just put any zip code, location, any of the address, show the number of bedrooms, put the property price, and this will create a report that is shareable. So if you're a realtor, if you're a vacation rental management companies, you can quickly use this to create a report that is also shareable and downloadable with the PDF. So here you can see for exact address, you can see what is the average occupancy rate, nightly rates, seasonality, revenue, and how does it look like per year. And the killer feature here is you can click this and you can see how each of the listings generated the revenue in this exact area. So you can view details, you can see more granular information as well, like this. You can see the data up to 2 years, and you can analyze in deep on how does the listings perform in these exact blocks. This is pretty much it about how you can do the market research. Just a recap so that you can do the entire process again. You can go to our dashboard view. You can just click any of the markets here. You can go to the compare feature here, and you can enter the market names up to 20 markets, and you can compare the different metrics. You can head over to the dashboard. You can use the search bar to search for a specific area. You can go to the map, and you can analyze the data with the clusters and heat map view. You can also see the individual listing data here. And finally, you can use the calculator to estimate the exact revenue of any of the address. You can share this report to your business partners or any of the people. So yeah, this is pretty much it about our features. So thank you so much for your time going through this webinar. I've also prepared a special discount for you since you take time to pay attention to our product. So yep, thank you so much for attending this webinar. Bye bye.